Young Friends of VF Manchester, a group of young people who want to talk about environmental issues, campaign on them, and it was set up by young people for young people. So we decide what issues we campaign on, and one thing that we thought was really important was fast fashion as an issue, because it has such broad links to social issues, environmental issues, but also it's an economic issue. If people buy clothes all the time, they throw their clothes away. So today we thought we'd kind of draw attention to the issue of fast fashion, try and bring in people who might not be so engaged on the issue and teach them a little bit about how they can shop more sustainably. With a clothes swap, obviously you need to have an initial stock of clothes. So what we did was all the volunteers that work with Young Friends of the Earth, all our friends and family, we got all the clothes that we don't wear anymore. We sort them into bags, so we have clothes for each different section, like women's jumpers, men's trousers, all those kind of things. And then we lay them out on a table, and everybody who comes in, they can swap one of their items of clothing for one on the table. And that means that they're swapping something they don't use and exchanging it for something they will use. And then someone else will swap, and they'll get the thing that person gave in. So what you end up having is, you have this whole pile of clothes that nobody's going to wear, and they all get a new lease of life. So instead of being thrown away, it means that people will actually wear them and they won't have to buy new clothes. So it's reducing the environmental impact of the waste of the old clothing, and it also means that people don't have to buy new clothes, which also has its own environmental impact.
And how important is it to kind of target youth in this kind of situation, because I think they are really the worst, well, the highest consumers and probably the worst offenders of fast fashion.
Yeah, so the whole point, the reason why we wanted to do this event is because we realised that we ourselves and our friends who are young people do buy a lot of clothes, they do waste a lot of clothes, and aren't necessarily mindful when they're buying, because clothes, you can buy them these days for so cheap. You can get a top for £2, you can get a pair of jeans for £10, so people don't really make conscious decisions when they're buying. So we thought raising awareness of the issue and getting people to give in their old clothes that they don't use and take ones that they will use was a good way to kind of do a holistic approach to the whole problem of fast fashion. And even if it just makes people not buy one item of clothing or 2 or 3 items of clothing, then that will still have a big impact because they're more aware of what they're buying.